Hey everyone, it is Dani'i and welcome to this update video. I hope that you guys are doing really great today. And today is the 1st of June, the official commencement of the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season. And of course, we've got a wet start to the season as a lot more rainfall is expected across sections of the Caribbean as we're going to be heading into the end of this week. And so of course, in this video, I'm going to be taking you guys through what is currently happening, and we'll also look at factors that will affect activity this hurricane season. And in the latter part of this video, I want to share with you a clip that was captured of the flooding that took place in a section of Jamaica on Tuesday. And so before I go into details, please do subscribe if you haven't yet done so and tap the notification bell so that you never miss an important update. And so guys, as we take a look at what is happening now across the tropics, we can definitely see here that we've got some activity, some of which is in association with a few tropical waves out there. But heading to the vicinity of the Caribbean over in the east remains pretty dry. Same story for most of northern South America. So from Hispaniola all the way around to the ABC Islands, and of course sections of Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, there isn't much activity right now. We've got a tropical wave approaching the region, and so that could help to increase the rainfall activity, especially down in the southeast where we have Trinidad and Tobago. Also for Barbados, the Grenadines, Grenada, you guys might experience some rainfall activity today, but for most other areas, it might be pretty dry for the most part. However, going over into the vicinity of the Western Caribbean and also looking just in the Southern Caribbean as well. So down there we have so much convective activity in the vicinity of Colombia and Panama. Lots of rainfall activity, likely lots of flooding there as well. So I really hope that everyone is doing okay. And of course, heading into the northwest, we can see that there is a lot of activity still being present, and it is going to stay this way as we're going to be heading into this weekend. So we've got all this instability, lots of moisture supporting the development of all these showers and thunderstorms across sections of Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, the Bahamas, and also the Turks and Caicos Islands. And so guys, we have our disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico, still marked. Let's go on to it right now. It is still marked, of course, and it's given a 20% chance of development. And so those hurricane hunters are going to be flying into this and investigating it later if it is necessary. But this is going to be lingering in the northeastern Gulf of Mexico for some time, and likely going to be bringing lots of rainfall to Florida. So if you're in Florida, it's likely that you're going to be receiving quite a bit of rainfall. And of course, guys, in the event of any heavy rainfall, do not take any unnecessary risks, especially when it comes on to the flood potential. And so now let's go ahead and take a look at what our maps have to show the GFS and the Euro in terms of the rainfall expected throughout today. And of course, we're starting out with the Euro model. So as the map becomes more colorful, that is more and more rainfall that is expected. So off the western coast of Florida in the Gulf, there we definitely see where lots of rainfall activity is going to be taking place within that area where we have the disturbance. And we see that for the Caribbean, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba, Haiti, going to the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands, and also extending into Central America. All these areas likely to experience quite a bit of rainfall as we head throughout today. Look into portions of the Eastern Caribbean, not seeing much, especially for the ABC Islands, and down in the vicinity of Northern Guyana, parts of Venezuela, going to Trinidad and Tobago. Maybe you guys will receive a bit more rainfall than the rest of the other areas in the east. Looking at the GFS, similar story here, with the areas expected to receive the substantial rainfall as we progress throughout today. And so guys, now we want to go ahead and move on to the current conditions out there. And so we're starting out with this graph here. Now this is for the ENSO region. Of course, ENSO stands for the El Niño Southern Oscillation. So you might be looking at this and you're very confused, but don't worry, let me break it down for you. So where we have the x-axis, where we have that horizontal line, that is for the time. And we see that is where we see March 9th going all the way up to the 1st of June. today. And then of course on the y-axis is that vertical line. That is where we have the value of the sea surface temperature anomaly in degrees Celsius. So how much is it varying from what is typical here? And so what happens during an El Nino is that surface waters of the equatorial Pacific are 0.5 degrees Celsius or more above normal. And if we look at the latest value, we can see here that it is basically 0.6. So it is fluctuating within that El Nino range right now. What I mean, over time, this has been on an increase. Things have been warming up for the Eastern Pacific. And so under normal conditions, much wouldn't be expected for the hurricane season. However, we've got anomalous warmth as well over in the Atlantic Basin. And so here, as we take a look at this map, head into the warmer colors, the oranges, yellows, reds, that is warmer than normal temperatures. Of course, the blues represent that things are below normal, and the white means that things are pretty much normal. With the combination of these factors that will be influencing this hurricane season, that is what makes it a very complex one to forecast. And as a matter of fact, let's go back to NOAA's prediction. So they're expecting 12 to 17 named storms, of which 5 to 9 could become hurricanes and 1 to 4 major hurricanes. So very interesting here. And of course, equal chances of above or below normal season, both at 30% and 40% for a near normal season. And so guys, regardless of what is going to be happening this year, what I can say for a fact is that my channel is here to keep you updated on everything so that you never get caught off guard by any system. And of course, this is the list of names for this season. Arlene is still unused. And of course, we have a couple of new names such as Harold, Idalia, Margot, and Nigel, which replaced Harvey, Irma, Maria, and Nate respectively. So this is the modified list from 2017. And so guys, that is pretty much it for now. But before I go, I also want to show you a clip of the flooding that took place here in Jamaica on Tuesday. So here it is. This is in a part of St. James, I believe, Coral Gardens. This was posted to This Is a Blast Instagram page here, and we can see just how much flooding took place. So again guys, in the event of heavy rainfall, especially with this continued rainfall event, please do not take any unnecessary risks and stay safe as best as you can. So that is it for now, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and you can also share your thoughts there. And of course, remember to always be weatherwise.